Hello viewers, welcome to my channel, welcome to this tutorial. And today I want to teach about a very important concept in playing the piano. This tutorial is actually targeting the beginning players, and even the intermediates can also find this content useful. This is Nick's Piano, and if you are here for the first time, please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Our tutorial is in the key of C major, and I want to teach about this concept, the secondary dominant. What is the secondary dominant? How do we pick out a secondary dominant in a particular scale? And what do we use the secondary dominant for? I think by the end of this tutorial I shall have answered all those questions, and then we will be able to add some flavor and some stock into our play. So straight away, let's start by spelling out the C major scale. I said I chose on the C major scale for simplicity. So C is number 1, D is number 2, E number 3, F number 4, G number 5, A is number 6, and B is number 7. Finally, we are back to C. Then in terms of the diatonic chords, I'll show the chords in the root positions. C major is number 1, then E minor is number 2. D minor is number 2, E minor is number 3, C major, F major is number 4, G major is number 5, but sometimes you can even, I prefer to play the number 5 as a dominant chord. Number 6 is A minor, then number 7 is a diminished chord, that is B diminished, where I also normally like playing it as the diminished 7. There is no harm in doing that. So now, maybe to understand this concept clearly, what a secondary dominant is, I'll start by first of all explaining what I mean by a dominant chord. A dominant chord is a 4-note chord, and it is normally a chord built from the major triad. So I'll use a C major triad as the example here to help us understand how to build the dominant chord. So if this is the C major triad in the root position, then to form the dominant chord, we are going to stack a minor third. Now if you look at this distance from note G in our scale, then I have a whole tone and then a semitone there. So together this forms the minor third. So in any chord, in any major chord all over the scale, when you have your major triad, then you stack this. So if you're beginning this, I would want you to try and form this in all the chords. And the best way I normally prefer doing this is to move in the circle of fourths and fifths. So where we have in the circle, this is C, dominant 7. Then we have the F, similarly dominant 7. From F in the circle, we go to the fourth one. Actually, this is flat B dominant 7, or we can call it the A sharp dominant 7. Then we have the D sharp dominant 7. We have G sharp dominant 7. Then there is this C sharp dominant 7. We have F sharp dominant 7. From F sharp in the circle of fourth, we go to B dominant 7. I think you can see the way I'm striking these notes. Then from B we go to E dominant 7. That is the E dominant 7 once again. Then we go to A dominant 7. We have D dominant 7, G dominant 7, and then we are back to C dominant 7. So you've got to first of all practice all that, so that at least you are familiar with the dominant 7 chord. But remember, this tutorial is targeting the secondary dominant. So what is a secondary dominant after all? If you look at the scale where we have this diatonic chords of the C major scale, we can use the dominant chords that we've learned how to construct as a secondary dominant. In this case, a dominant chord is going to be used as a passing chord to another chord. But in this case, we play the fifth scale degree of the target chord. So I'm going to explain it in two approaches. Let's say we are in chord number 1, then we go to 5, and we want to come back to chord number 1. So depending on the amount of available space, we can decide that when we move from chord number 5 back to number 1, we don't play here for long. You can play one beat here, and then we use the secondary dominant. So we form a dominant chord on the fifth scale degree of the target chord. So if our target chord is C major, then in this scale, the G is the fifth scale degree. So we will play the dominant chord, the G dominant chord. So this is what we'll have as a passing chord back to 1. I've used the inversions there. Let me use another progression where I'm moving from 1, then I play number 4, then I want to go back to number 1. And because I have all this time, I'm playing 2 beats there, I can decide that I use a passing chord. But which passing chord will take me there? Remember, I'm in number 4. So because my target chord is number 1, so I'll play the dominant 7 of the fifth scale degree of this number 1, meaning that I will play this, then I play this. So in this case, I've played the G dominant 7 as the passing chord to number 1. Remember, I was in number 4. I'm just playing with the inversions. So this is the first inversion of F major. So from here, I struck number 4. My objective is to go to number 1. But then I decide now that I'm using, from this number 4, the first inversion, I'm going to use the secondary dominant. And here is where I play the fifth scale degree of the chord in which I'm heading to. So I'm playing number 4. And the fifth of C is 5. So I'll play this, then I play 1. I hope that concept is clear. Or there is the second approach in which you can try to look at the secondary dominant. And that I think explained in details in my previous tutorials where I was explaining the dominant passing chord rule. If you look at what I was planning in that video, I'll attach a link so that you can watch it if you haven't watched it. There is a rule that governs this. Like, let's say another common place, I want to move to number 5. So I'm from C, we are keeping everything simple, I'm still in C. I'll do this in root position, and then I want to go to number 5, which is my G major. So from number 1, then I go to number 5. So I can decide to use the secondary dominant, and that is the fifth scale degree of this number 5. So if you look at the key of G, number 5 is D. So it means that if I want to move to number 5, I'm here, I'm in C. My intention is to play number 5. I've just played this in the root position. So I can decide to use the secondary dominant, which is D. But I now don't play D as a minor chord, but I'll play it as a dominant 7 chord. So altogether I'll have 1. Then I'll have this. I'm playing D actually in the third inversion. This is D major, and this is the flat 7. So I have 1. I want to go to 5. Then I have this, number 5 here. And because I know that D is the secondary dominant of this, so I'll strike 1, 1, 2, 3, then I'll play this. Then on the fourth beat, and then I go to my number 5. I'll retake that. So I have 1, 2, 3, then I have this, then I play number 5. I hope you're getting what I'm doing. Maybe I can show that in one more key. Remember, the key point I've said is we play the 5th scale degree of the target chord. So let's say we are in the scale of G sharp. Actually, most people in Africa prefer to play their piano on the F sharp major scale. So the F sharp major scale, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 1. Then in terms of the diatonic chords, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6, 7, and then back to 1. So what I was explaining in the key of C major, let's say I'm moving, I'm playing a progression in the tune of 1, I'm going to 4, then I'm playing 1 again, just playing 1 over 5, then I play 5, then I'm back to 1. So I can decide to use this secondary dominant as a passing chord. It's a very lush and very nice voicing here. So I'll play chord number 1, number 4, I'll play back number 1, then I'll play the secondary dominant now, and then I play the 2 here. Then that leads me to number 5. I'll demonstrate that again. 1, 1, I'll just do 2 beats. 4, 1, 5, 1. So in this second round, I'm going to incorporate the secondary dominant. 1, 2, 1. Did you get that? So I decided to play it here at this stage. 1, 4, 1. Then before I go to 5, after playing 1, this is what I have. So that tension being created, actually, you can see I'm creating a lot of tension. That automatically, it wants to resolve, and it now resolves to our chord number 5. Then we can go back to 1. Yes, so I wish you a nice practice. Can you try that in all the scales and incorporate the secondary dominant into your passing? Like the same rule, if you want to use it, not necessarily to number 5, we can also use it to number 4. I go back to C, I'm at number 1, I want to go to number 4. But now, what is the 5th scale degree of 4? It is C. So it means I'm going to play the C dominant 7 as the passing chord to number 4. And it is normally very nice. So we have 1 here, 1, 2, 3, then number 4. So now I'm going to put the secondary dominant. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, then I go to. So I'm having 1, 3, and then on this scale degree, I quickly incorporate the C dominant 7, and this moves me straight away to 4 in the second inversion. So you can try. You can also even use it to chord number 2. Like when we are at number 2, our 5th scale degree is A. So it means if I was moving from 1, then I'm going to number 2 in the minor setup. So before I go there, I can decide to play the A dominant 7, and then this leads me to 2. So you can play it around, and it is a passing chord that can be used to pass to all the chords of the scale, maybe except the diminished 7th chord. So I think you've learned something. Bye bye. See you in the next tutorial.